Hello and good morning. It's Heather and Phil, and we are at Chester Frost Park. Heather is staying in the car because she has a lot more sense than me, but I'm going to walk around a little bit now and show you the scene. We're here at Chester Frost Park near the tennis courts, and we've driven all around this place looking for birds, and then we came to this row of Leland cypress, much like the row of Leland cypress that are right by our house, and there were some birds here. So probably against the rules, and hopefully I don't get chastised by a park ranger, I've just pulled off this little road here and parked beside the Leland cypress, and Heather and I are both shooting out of the driver's side of the car. She's in the back seat and I'm in the front, and mostly what we're seeing is white-throated sparrows, but we also got a blue jay, which historically has been something that I really struggled to get a shot of, but for some reason this year, this early winter, I'm doing pretty good with blue jays. Here is a white-throated sparrow in beautiful light, a wintertime visitor to our area, as I've mentioned in several videos, and it looks like it's eating some corn off the ground there. Now, we didn't put that corn out there, but I'm thinking somebody had to have. And also, I was shooting in the sunny white balance, and I left that alone, but on this shot where the bird was deeper in the bush, I cooled it off a little bit in my edit. I'm always happy to get photographs of a blue jay, even if it's deep in the bush like this one was. And Heather was shooting at this same blue jay at the same time, but just because she was in the back seat, there was a twig blocking its face, and I got lucky where I was. While it was there for just a brief amount of time, I was able to get off a few photographs of this beautiful blue jay there at Chester Frost Park in the Leland cypress. And now we're back to the white-throated sparrow that there were several of, and this one was deep in the Leland cypress there. All of these photographs were made in that very same location. This one was much higher up and kind of to our right, and in absolutely beautiful light. These are my favorite white-throated sparrows. And now finally we get to see some of Heather's photos. This is Heather's white-throated sparrow shot, and you can actually see some of the corn on the ground in that shot. And here is Heather's shot, one of two that she's shared with us, of the beautiful white-throated sparrow high in the Leland cypress with great golden hour light on it. We were driving around in the camping area here at Chester Frost Park, and I was close to this giant tree that I'm currently making a video clip of out the window of the car, and I saw a couple of birds on it, and I stopped, and we ended up seeing a white-breasted nuthatch way high in this tree, which I think I got a photo of, but not a good one. And then we also saw in that tree, and one a little ways further away, a red-headed woodpecker. I think a juvenile. It doesn't have a fully red head yet, and I may have gotten a photo of that. I don't think Heather got a photo of either one because it's too cold, and I had to get out of the car to make those shots. Here is the juvenile red-headed woodpecker. The fully adult ones, the red on their head is complete instead of partial, as you can see in this shot. And it was really cool to see a red-headed woodpecker, even though I didn't get a great shot of this one. Well, that is the same tree, but we pulled around to where we've got the light shining on it and parked. And then there, I don't know if you can see, but there's some power lines that are just in between us and the tree, and a male eastern bluebird came up and landed on one of those power lines. So both of us got a shot of that with good light on it. Look at that beautiful male eastern bluebird there on the power line, and I chose to straighten my power line and make it level, but Heather's is a much more accurate representation of what we saw, and both of us got a pretty nice photograph of that eastern bluebird male. I switched to the 800mm lens, and we kept cruising around. We came across this tree with this hole in it that was interesting. We saw some birds on that tree and this tree over here. Gosh, I can't even remember what all it was. I think I saw a palm warbler for a minute. Turns out it was a pine warbler that I saw just ever so briefly and managed to bag one sort of decent tiny in the frame shot with the 800mm lens on a crop sensor camera. And we saw a red-headed woodpecker and a red-bellied woodpecker. We didn't get a photograph of the red-headed woodpecker in this location, but this is the red-bellied woodpecker. This one is a female. You can tell because she has the red on the back of her head, but not on the top. It's really kind of an orange. And those are my two photos, and Heather made this photo. out of the back seat of the car. We were having a pretty fun morning of very cold bird photography. And then we saw, landing in this pine tree up here, we saw a red-tailed hawk for just a moment. I think we both got a terrible picture of it, and then it flew off. So here is my photograph of the red-tailed hawk so far away. This is with the 800mm lens from the front seat of the car, and Heather's shot is from the back seat of the car with the 500mm lens. And I think she had to crop hers a lot more than mine, but really they both look fine to me. And we decided to head down this way and see if we could see where it landed, which we didn't. But we came over here and saw a much prettier red-headed woodpecker than the one from before. And I believe, I'm really not sure if I got a shot. Sometimes that 800 is hard to shoot with, but Heather thinks she got a really good one. So hopefully she did. Here are my shots of the beautiful adult red-headed woodpecker, and I was using the 800mm lens, and I got out of the car and walked around a little bit trying to get a better angle on the bird. So that may have helped me out some. But the 800mm lens is a little bit difficult to shoot with and to bag a sharp shot. Now here's Heather's shot. She stayed in the car and made these shots, and these are some of my favorite shots by either one of us of the entire day, especially this shot right here. I love it when a red-headed woodpecker turns its head around 180 degrees to scan its territory. I made her get out of the car so we could say bye.
It's so cold.
She's mad about it.
It's cold.
Are you mad about it?
No, but it's cold.
It's cold. Okay. All right. What's the temperature? 20-something?
It's, well, the car's reading 36 right now, but
so 30.
It was 23 this morning.
Gotcha. It's cold, and it's pretty windy. It's really windy. All right. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Our little adventure to Chester Frost Park in Hixson, Tennessee. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Subscribe.
All that stuff.
Thumbs up.
Ah.
Ba-doo! Ba-doo!